All right, guys, so it's that time of the year where everybody's fighting off summer drought and summer heat stress for their lawns. So I'm gonna show you guys what I plan to use and what I'm doing to fight off that summer drought to keep my yard looking green all summer long. So stay tuned and let's go over it right now. All right, so when you guys are mowing the yard, this is the perfect time to take the time out and look at the yard to see how it's responding. I like to do this especially when we're going through a summer drought, when we haven't had any rain or anything of that nature and it's been very, very hot and dry. I like to walk outside to see how my yard is looking, both the back and the front. For the most part, as you guys can see, the backyard is looking great. It's holding up very well to the heat and the stress of the heat and the drought. Now my front yard is looking good, but I'm having a little bit of issues up here. Certain areas of the yard are starting to brown out, but these areas are problematic areas. They happen every single year. So I know it's something in these areas. Now I'm thinking maybe some kind of stones underneath the soil, because when you have stones underneath your soil and that sun is actually beaming down on it constantly, it's heating those stones in the soil up, and that part of the grass is probably 2 times as hot as the other parts of the grass. So that's why this area always is the first area in my lawn to go. It burns out very quickly. It starts to turn, real brown and going into dormancy. And it's a quick fix. Just get the water sprinkler out there. You need some kind of irrigation. So I suggest you guys go out, buy you a little handheld watering system, put it out in the yard or anything of that nature, and get the proper amount of water down. I haven't been watering properly. I've been slacking. So that's why this area right here is burning out, but it's a quick fix. But now I'm gonna go ahead and actually give it a boost by applying this humic acid on the yard. I do this every season. I've been doing it for the last, 4 seasons? If you guys been following me, 4 seasons in the front. This is gonna be the 3rd season in the backyard here. And it's like a love-hate thing. A lot of people do not like humic acid. I think it works. A lot of people disagree and don't think it works, think it's a gimmick, but I've seen people use it, relatives, and it worked in their yard. So I picked up the habit of using it for my yard from seeing it from relatives. And this soil back here in this backyard has been terrible. I haven't did any modifications to the soil, like adding new soil to it. When I did my renovation, if you guys see the old video, I just broke up the soil, smoothed it over, and use the current soil. Some people like to add new soil when they're doing the renovation. I use the current soil, and that soil wasn't in great shape. I built the soil back up into good shape. And for the most part now, the grass is doing very, very well, besides the couple spots that are actually burning out. But that's due to human error. I haven't been watering properly, so that's what I get. But as you guys can see, I'm gonna be using the ortho sprayer. Now, if it's your first time using the ortho sprayer, please go ahead and put plain water in it and just take it to an area of your yard and do a demonstration. Act like you're actually spreading down that product, put it on the same settings that the product suggests, and then you're just gonna sway it back and forth and spray the water in a certain area of the yard just to see how quickly it runs out. So now you know your timing. So now you know, okay, do I like it coming out this fast, or do I wanna dial it back to a lower setting and just take my time in the yard, but you're gonna be in the yard a little bit longer. So you're still gonna get the proper amount down, but you're gonna do it at a longer rate, get what I'm saying, or a longer time rate. So as you guys can see here, I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put 12 ounces. I'm gonna fill my ortho spray up with 12 ounces of fluid. And then I'm gonna set it on 2. I like to set it on 2. It recommends that you set it on 4, but I like to do 2. And then I'm just gonna sway and go back and forth and get the yard at a nice slow pace. I like to go ahead and apply my product. Now, when I get to those problematic areas, you can go ahead and hit those areas a little heavier than you actually hit the rest of the yard, because those are your problematic areas. So you wanna help that one boost and get it right back into shape. So as you guys can see, I'll apply the product to both yards, the back and the front, hit those areas a little heavier, and then you're on your way. Now the humic acid has many different functions. It's gonna help your fertilizer, the soil, accept your fertilizer a lot better. So instead of wasting fertilizer, it's gonna absorb a lot more of that fertilizer. So the humic acid is basically opening up your soil. Also, it's gonna help with water retention. Now, that's what you want, because it's summertime, it's hot. So when you actually water, you do not wanna waste water. So the humic acid is gonna help hold that, help that soil hold the water a lot better. It's gonna open that soil up. So say if you have like hydrophobic soil, that's a soil that's kind of not accepting water. It's just when you water in that area, it kind of runs off. Then the humic acid is gonna break down that hydrophobic top layer of that soil, and it's gonna basically open that soil up and have it absorb a lot more, a lot better. Also, humic acid helps with stress and drought. So there's many different functions on this humic acid. So a lot of people don't like it. I like it, I swear by it. I use it faithfully every season. If you guys go back and look at the past videos, I use it every season. And for the most part, you see my yard is looking great, both the front and the backyard. So it's gotta be doing something. So this is my little secret weapon. You see, I use other products, basically the basic products out of the store. And this humic acid is like my secret weapon that I like to keep in the stash and pop it out when it's time. So, you know, you guys, anybody out there, use the humic acid or use this brand of humic acid. It is organic, like it says, GS plant food. I like it. You can go aggressive on it. You can use it every 1 to 3 weeks in the active growing season. So that's from basically any time from early May for cool season lawns till about September. So that's the growing season. It helps your soil improve. Like I said, when I did my renovation back here, I didn't add any new soil. I just broke up the soil, smoothed it over, planted my grass seeds, and I just amended the soil. Now, some people, when they do a renovation, they break their soil up, they add in new soil. I did not add in new soil. All I did was amend my soil by humic acid, fertilization, and basically watering and lime in the yard at the end of the season. And basically that was it. And as you guys can see, my grass is thriving. It looks good. I'm proud of it. I'm happy of it. And my soil is actually soft. So if you look at a past video, I took a 6-inch screwdriver and just stuck it right down in the soil with no problem and lack of effort. It wasn't like I struggled to push it in there. It went in there in one hand, pushed it down into the soil, the whole screwdriver. So if you guys ever use the humic acid or this GS plant food humic acid, let me know in the comments section. I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. Hit it with a like if it helped you out in any way, and subscribe to the channel if I helped you in any way, or do you just want to follow the progress. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, like I said once again, and stay tuned for the next video. So take care.